All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, and Kakradash. And double honor to those elders, apostles, the great millstone that rule well, and those true acting respect this word with true sincerity and charity. I label this lesson, there was no rebellion in heaven. Uh, the Lord is absolute, right? And this is just inspired by a conversation I had with the so-called pastor I work with. Um, I don't work with him as in like he works on the ship that I work on, right? Uh, but he was saying that there was a war in heaven based off of Ezekiel chapter 27, which you know I came across because I naturally came across it over time, of course, because I read the Bible as it is, what I'm saying, like from page to page, which I believe is a good way to understand it, right? Which it which I found no little to no evidence confirming his point. And when I say Hamite, I say he looks like a Hamite. The pastor, the so-called pastor, looks like a Hamite. You know what I mean? He has the name of a Hamite, so I'm calling him Hamite only because that's how he looks. But I don't know his true lineage because anyone could be a speckled bird. A speckled bird um being those of the line of Israel, like they trace their lineage by their father to our father David. That could be anybody. Because Israel's everywhere. But he definitely had the spirit of a Hamite. With his demeanor and all that stuff, like the way he looked. I mean, well, he gave it to me, but I don't have to end all be all of that. Regardless, he was spreading on false doctrine, saying like Satan rebelled against uh Yahweh. Which why would he do that? He's under his court. He's in his court. He's at his. Satan does the Lord's will. I mean, of course, at the left hand side, of course, you know what I mean. Uh, but definitely incorrect to say that he and all his angels rebelled against him in the past, and that's why there's a hell. For one thing, there's no hell yet. Hell is a state of being. It's going to be what Babylon's going to be after all hell breaks loose. After everything is settled, done, the dust is settled, and we have our the so-called no, not Slakia. Satan tripping me up right now. The hopeful elect has their crowns. You know, Lord willing, even though I fall to, may I be among that neighbor number, be among that number. But yeah, wow, Sakia. I'm sorry, I keep losing track of what I'm saying. But the point being is that he used Ezekiel 27 to say this was pretty much a parable of Satan's fall and him dragging people. Just because I believe he was using the fact that in Ezekiel 27:3, and say unto Tyrus, O thou art situate at the entry of the sea, which art a merchant of the people for many isles, thus say the Lord Yahweh, O Tyrus, thou hast said, I am perfect of beauty. I think that's what he was using, like in on the following verse. Thy borders are in the midst of the seas, thy builders have perfected thy beauty. I don't, because I don't know where it says that Satan is or Lucifer was the I haven't seen it. You know what I'm saying? And if anyone watches this video, please post in the comments and tell me where it says in the scripture, not in like some internet article that you found, that proves your point. Now I don't want to hear no internet article. I want to see the word. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me in the Bible exactly the chapter, the verse, anything that says that Satan is, well, exactly who Satan is. He's the angel of music or the angel of beauty or something like that. Because if you got the ability to prove me wrong, please tell me, prove me wrong so we can learn more together. You know what I'm saying? So I won't be lead people astray. Okay? So I can guide people the right way. So you can do the same. You know what I'm saying? Because I have no issue with being chastised, just as you should be having no issue being chastised. Because at the end of the day, you don't tell people you love that they're doing wrong. I mean, you don't tell people that you love that you don't love they're doing wrong. You will let them fail on their own. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and I do appreciate you people correcting me when I'm like wrong, and I will tell them I apologize for doing so. You know what I mean? Because that's the only right thing you can do. You gotta be humble in the spirit and be a part of this faith. To like, like, hey yo, sometimes you may be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just came into this truth. You know what I'm saying? I know there's probably a lot that I'm wrong about, but I have no issue with being corrected. No issue at all. Please correct me. As like, you know what I mean? But because that's just going to say, like, a lot of people add pride to this stuff, like, that they can't be wrong. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know why. Ultimately, it's the spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's the spirit blocking somebody off from, like, learning the true word. You know what I'm saying? Because even with our people, the people, Yasharala, the people of Israel, you know what I mean? Like, even though we are holy people, we're supposed to be holy people and conduct ourselves as holy, you know, 2/3 of us is blocked off from the truth. 2/3. That means 1 out of every 3 has access to